Sing mine, mine. Maintain quality tourism. Governor Koster immediately cleans up rogue tourists already working before inauguration. Yes, the governor-elect is going to take office in just over a week. And so we're going to see what he's going to do. And ASITA Bali pushes for tourism governance to be taken over by province. What about that? Stay tuned for details on these and other stories. Selamat pagi. Welcome to the latest news from Bali, Indonesia. This is January 28th, 2025, and my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today here in Singaraja? Right now in Kampung Bugis at 9 o'clock, it is 28.9 degrees Celsius, humidity 78%, and the wind speed is 6.4 kilometers per hour. And tonight, the celebrations over in the ex-harbor in Buleleng for Chinese New Year. It's going to be a lot of fun, hopefully. We're looking and hoping that it is not going to rain or it's not going to be too windy. Last night it didn't rain, but it was so windy I couldn't see them doing fireworks in that kind of a wind. So just hoping for some good weather tonight because my granddaughter is excited as usual. And thanks again for all of the suggestions on a name for the channel. And well, Zoe and I are still consulting about it. She's already got her idea and I have mine, and we're trying to see which one is better or if we can come up with a compromise because she knows more about social media than I do, I think. Okay, so a lot of stuff and nothing new on Park Ubud, nothing new on the airport. Well, kind of. The new governor, well, it's not the new governor, he was a governor before, but he will be taking his second term soon. And so let's see what he has to say about his plans for his new administration. Sing mine, mine, maintain quality tourism. Governor Koster immediately cleans up rogue tourists already working before inauguration. Foreign tourists or tourists who are residents here who often misbehave in Bali are ready to leave. Wow, they're not ready to leave. The governor may make them leave. Bali Governor-elect 2025-2030, Wayan Koster and Deputy Governor Nyoman Giri Prasta are committed to cleaning up the island of the gods. Cleaning it up from what? From misbehaving tourists. The Koster-Giri duo, who are not playing around, will lead Bali for the next 5 years. And of course, they've already got a lot of administrative experience under the belt. Governor Koster plans not to be playing around with parties who want to damage Bali's branding. He has worked extra hard a month before the inauguration, which is going to be February 6th, and the handover of the office will be on February 7th. Governor Koster will focus on urgent issues in Bali through policies taken as governor of Bali to clean up naughty tourists, local jobs taken by tourists, prostitution under the guise of spas, illegal villas, garbage, traffic jams, clean water, and other urgent issues. There are so many urgent issues. The governor-elect said, I have been working for a month. There's no need for a formal transition team. I already have a team that I have invited to work to formulate the urgent matters that I have to do now. That's what I will do so that Bali will be better organized. I'm all for being better organized. Governor Koster and his deputy are committed to cleaning up naughty foreigners in Bali. This is considered urgent and must be addressed immediately. I don't want any more tourists misbehaving on motorbikes. I don't want any more spas that use prostitution. I don't want any more illegal villas and tourists who work illegally. The problems of traffic jams, garbage, and clean water are urgent matters that must be resolved immediately, said the governor-elect. In addition to these urgent issues, Koster and Giri Prasta will focus on implementing all programs contained in the vision and mission, especially programs that are in accordance with the direction of Bali's future development for the next 100 years of the new Bali era 2025 to 2125. Wow, for the next 100 years. So out of all these urgent problems, one of the main things in this story, misbehaving tourists. But the new governor, well, he has his mind set on cleaning that up. And how is he going to do that? Who knows? Hopefully the issues of overdevelopment, of trash and traffic, pollution, and rising crime rate will be dealt with, well, at least as seriously as getting rid of misbehaving tourists. Okay, and talking about overdevelopment and the tourist industry here, ASITA Bali pushes for tourism governance to be taken over by the province. Chairman of the Association of the Indonesian Tours and Travel Agencies, ASITA Bali, Putu Winastra, is pushing for tourism management to be transferred to the authority of the Bali Provincial Government instead of remaining in the district city. Winastra assessed that the spirit of one island, one management that has so far been called as the way things go is only a slogan, because in reality it's not like that. The spirit of Bali as a single entity must be summarized in the grand design of tourism. The grand design of Bali tourism that organizes tourism by viewing the island of the gods as a single entity is not working, he said. This is due to the dominance of districts and cities in tourism management in their respective regions. In other words, everybody's doing whatever they feel like doing. We encourage tourism regulations and management to be in the province, not in the district and city. Management of the island of the gods as a global tourism destination must be seen in a holistic perspective. It cannot only think from the perspective of profit and loss for certain districts and cities. The grand design of tourism can be mapped in the province so that this one island management can be realized well, because so far it's only been a slogan. Quick steps for this idea can be taken by maintaining synergy between the province and district cities in the regulatory line. Legal products on tourism issued by districts and cities must be in sync with regulations at the provincial level. In other words, each district, each city should stop making up their own rules about what is going on. And some of that is, we're going to charge some money to go see this waterfall. We're going to do this over here. We're going to do this over here. Well, it surprises a lot of tourists. Sometimes I get there and go, gee, I have to pay for this? I didn't know that, because I was over at a waterfall over in this district and I didn't have to pay for it. And so a call for some more regulation from the provincial level. Is that going to happen? I imagine there'd be some pushback from the districts and cities who want to maintain as much autonomy as possible. We'll just have to wait and see what Governor Koster is going to do. You can never tell what leaders do once they take office. Okay, and here is something that I find really irritating. I was on social media the other day looking at some issue that was going on, and there were a number of people in saying, it's only because of us tourists that people have jobs and that people have money and people are fed and they're taken care of, and the government here is corrupt and they don't take care of people. They don't care about people here. Well, in actuality, there are a lot of programs that go on here for people living in Bali, both Balinese and people from other islands that have come in to work or live. And I often talk about some of those programs. And some of them are at the national level, like the free nutritious meal program. Some are at a more local level. And I'm going to talk about one at a local level, which I think is a great idea. Buleleng Education and Culture Office begins preparing free uniform assistance for poor students. The Buleleng Regency Government, through the Buleleng Education, Youth and Sports Service, is socializing the poverty alleviation program in the education sector by providing free school uniforms for poor students. This program is part of the realization of the 100-day political promise of the elected Buleleng Regent and Deputy Regent. The socialization activity was carried out online and was attended by all educational units in the Buleleng Regency. Acting head of Buleleng Education, Youth and Sports Agency, Putu Aryada Pribadi, said that this program is very beneficial, especially for parents that have school-aged children. The assistance is expected to ease the burden on parents ahead of the new school year registration, so that students from underprivileged families can continue their education without being constrained by uniform costs. Uniforms aren't cheap. This assistance is an effort by the government to ensure that all children can attend school, especially those from underprivileged families. This support is not only in the form of uniforms, but also other equipment such as bags, shoes, and socks. Those add up too, because I've just gotten done paying new bag, new shoes, new socks, new books, new pencils, new pens for my granddaughter. And so families that don't have enough money to get by on, well, how are they going to come up with the money for this kind of stuff? This program can be very useful for those so that those kids don't drop out of school. Putu Ariadi also added that planning the data collection of students receiving assistance requires good coordination between schools and village governments. This data collection is carried out through Dapodik data to ensure that assistance is right on target, validated as needed so that the budget planning in the Education Office's budget implementation document is in accordance with needs. This is just a plan. Please help from fellow school colleagues to collect data and coordinate with the village head. We collect data so that it can be verified and validated according to the requirements of underprivileged children from the target recipients of this program. Budget and target recipients of aid in 2025, the Buleleng Regency Government has allocated a budget of 5.6 billion rupees for the procurement of uniforms and school supplies for poor students. The total recipients of aid are planned to reach 5,100 students. At the kindergarten level, 1,310 students, providing bags, shoes, and socks, and the uniform. Elementary level, 2,122 given red and white uniforms, scout uniforms, bags, shoes, and socks, and junior high level, 1,670 students in the form of white and blue uniforms, scout uniforms, bags, shoes, and socks. Through the program, the Buleleng Regency Government hopes to create equal access to education and reduce the dropout rate so that equality of education in Buleleng continues to improve. This socialization is the first step in implementing the program, which is expected to be completed in early March. And wrapping up with this story, and I kind of heard about this and I've just kind of passed it over. And I did a little research now when I saw this today, and this goes back a couple of years already, this program here in Serangan Beach. And well, I didn't know anything about it. It's interesting. Denies changing the name of Serangan Beach, BTID. That's WWF's legacy. PT Bali Turtle Island Development, that's BTID, denied changing the name of Serangan Beach Denpasar to Kura-Kura Beach Bali. The company managing the Kura-Kura Bali Special Economic Zone has provided clarification regarding the change in the beach's name. Head of Communications and Community Relations of BTID revealed that the name Kura-Kura Beach emerged during the 2024 World Water Forum, WWF. The name Kura-Kura Beach Bali previously then appeared on Google. The name emerged when the national and even international committee held the World Water Forum event, which brought together around 3,000 guests for the opening of the forum, he said. Zaki asserted that BTID never changed the name and did not know the origin of the name Pantai Kura-Kura Bali that appeared on Google. Google is a public domain, so anyone can write anything there. We don't know about the name, he said. The beach, whose name has been changed, is still under construction by BTID, and public access is very limited. There is only one building owned by BTID, and this area has not been widely accessed by the general public because it's still under construction. He opened the space for discussion if the name change causes public unrest. As a manager of Bali Kura-Kura Special Economic Zone, we respect, appreciate, and uphold Balinese culture. If it does not need to be changed again, we are open to input from anyone, he said. He claimed that communication with the community in Serangan Island has been going well. According to him, local residents are always involved in every event held in Kura-Kura Bali area. A member of the Regional People's Representative Council, DPR, of the Republic of Indonesia from Bali, Inyoman Parta, criticized the name change of Serangan Beach to Kura-Kura Beach. He said the name of the beach is not just a spelling of letters, but the beach is related to the history of the place. He said that naming a place is also related to the spiritual journey of local residents. According to him, investors have no right to change the name of the beach. If all investors are allowed to change the name of beaches, Bali will be finished, he said. And a quick little background on this, BTID President Director explained that the Bali Kura-Kura Special Economic Zone will contain hotels, international schools, and international standard marinas. He said, we continue to invite investors to invest in the Bali Kura-Kura Special Economic Zone, especially sustainable investments, both in the education sector, health and wellness, and of course, the tourism sector, such as marinas and resorts. So that's what's happening over there. And that is all I know at this point. And so I am interested in all these development activities that are going on around the island. And This is really the first I've heard of this. You know, some things just slip under my radar. That is it for today. So thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Take care. And you might want to attend some of the festivities tonight. This is going on in various places around the island, not just here in Buleleng, and fireworks and dragon dances and all sorts of cool stuff, and some food as well. A lot of people have a good time, so you might want to check that out. And if you're here in Buleleng, festivities start at 8 o'clock at night, according to my friend. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.